In the normal setup, you would have a value workshop where you've been given a couple of values from the corporate leadership that you're supposed to be incorporating into your team. So you debate and you discuss and you're trying to find different ways how your team can relate to these given values. Don't do that. Instead, you need to find the personal values of the team and visualize these. The vision sprint is all about your team's values. We don't pay too much attention to standard corporate values. The way we see it, values isn't something you can manage or control in people. They just are. So if your organization is truly driven by values of your people, let those values be driven by the people. The vision sprint actually starts 2 weeks ahead of the actual day. So the first thing we do is we send out the survey with a multiple choice question around some basic values that are commonly known. Everyone responds to this survey, and then we send back the results of how the team on average has responded to this first survey. And in the second survey then, which is sent out about a week before the vision sprint, we ask each team member to add 1 or 2 own formulated values to the survey. So what you get is actually you have a structure with some commonly named values, and then on top of this you have the team's own formulated values. We now have all we need to start the vision sprint. Let me show you how. So we have a wall with blue and pink post-its. The blue post-its are the results from the first survey, the multiple choice values. The pink post-its are the own personally formulated values from the second survey. So now the vision sprint starts. Everyone comes into the room, and the first task is that everyone gathers around this wall and look at the pink post-its and try to move them so they are under the corresponding blue value. If it's a value that's not at all related to any of the blue values, you simply just put the pink post-it next to it. So this is all we need to start the next exercise, where we start the dot voting. Yeah, dot voting. The vision sprint is built up by best practices of business strategy and something called design sprint. So one of the core concepts of the design sprint is together alone. And one of the techniques you use there is something called dot voting. So dot voting is that each team member gets a pen or marker, and they each get 3 dots to place on the post-it that they think are the best. You can place all 3 dots on one post-it or 1 dot on 3 different post-its. And when you're done with this, you're able to rank these post-its. And let me show you how that could look. So when everyone has put their dots on the post-its, you can actually visualize how much votes certain post-its got. So 5 votes up here, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on. And you from here can take a picture, and you actually have a really good, in a very fast pace, this shouldn't take more than 3 minutes, really good view of what the team thinks about the different values you have agreed upon. And from here you just pick 3 values, and then you move on to the next exercise in the vision sprint. Well, that, dear viewer, is for the next video. Please subscribe and be the first to know when we come up with the next video.